Hello, my name is Oleg Andreev. I'm the CEO and co-founder of TonKeeper and co-founder of Tact Software Foundation. In this chapter, I will present the Ton platform for developers. We will talk about the overall architecture, the design principles, and the important parts that build up the Ton platform. What is Ton? It is a technology platform for building decentralized applications. Ton is not just a blockchain. It is the entire ecosystem of various entities. In Ton, there are different parties, there are users who hold assets that exist on Ton, there are validators who operate the core consensus to make the blockchain hold together, and also there are app developers who provide all the services that use Ton as their platform. Then there are different categories of apps and services. The most important distinction is between the custodial and non-custodial services. Here we have a couple of examples. Custodial services are those that are operated by the party that bears responsibility for deposited funds. Hence, online exchanges are typically custodial services because they need to take the coins or tokens on the balance of their own wallets to guarantee settlement of trades. But this also creates risks because exchanges could be hacked and their funds could be stolen and impossible to recover. As for non-custodial services, they're such that they don't hold users' funds and users have direct personal control over the funds. Such services keep all the assets in the hands of the user, so it becomes harder to hack the system. And for this, you need to do some blockchain smart contract mechanics that allow people to safely use the assets in one place, but this place would not be a custodial service. It would be sort of a smart contract because it provides strong guarantees of security. There is also a distinction between custodial and non-custodial wallets. Most popular in any cryptocurrency are non-custodial wallets, where the user holds the secret key that is used to authorize transactions. And the users are responsible for not losing this key, and they also use it to authorize various actions on the blockchain using that key. So most of the time, the funds are in the wallet, and the users can send them to an exchange or to any decentralized application. They do have this full control, and no other party could just pull money out of the wallet like with credit cards. And there exists another distinction between the centralized and decentralized applications. What does it mean? A centralized app is the app that effectively has a server, while a decentralized app doesn't require a server, it runs directly on a blockchain smart contract. Let's have a look at an example. The wallet usually plus or minus a centralized app because it uses some server to index the blockchain and show you all your balances. But it still could be non-custodial because it's not holding your keys and can't steal your money. It just provides the utility of the current status of your balance. Decentralized exchange is one of the examples of a decentralized app. It has a front end, some sort of user interface that helps you to fill in the form, but then the same app may have multiple front ends, and you don't really depend on a server that provides this front end or like any other application. And this front end goes directly to the blockchain to send transactions or get the status from the blockchain. And the back end is not a server, but the blockchain itself. It means that your data is stored in a smart contract, and execution over this data is provided by the entire network instead of your private server. Finally, there are different categories of entities that you can build using smart contracts on a blockchain. It is not only about the applications that could have the logic, which is pretty obvious. You could have the little program that implements trading logic, for instance, and these are called DEXs, or decentralized exchanges, but also things like tokens. Those are assets on the blockchain, and they're also modeled as smart contracts. So if you take a look under the hood, everything is just smart contracts on the blockchain. But if you zoom out, they have very different meaning and different roles. So there are different entities, there are apps and tokens and auctions, domain names. There's a wide diversity of tokens in Ton. They could be applied to currencies as stable coins that are fully fungible and exchangeable. They could also be implemented as collectibles or utility tokens. So for instance, the Ton DNS record that holds globally recognized named .ton with various user-defined attributes. That's a non-fungible token that could be transferred and solve. It's implemented using smart contract language. Also, smart contracts could act as utilities within a larger system. In a complex application, you may use multiple interconnected smart contracts that manage a large amount of data. You're likely to have a central smart contract that provides entry point to your application. Around that contract, you would then have satellite contracts, for instance, tokens and receipts for each user state, or separate contracts for intermediate computation states. In Ton ecosystem, you have all these various entities on the blockchain. You have wallets and exchanges, you have traders and consumers, you have various tokens. All of them interact using smart contracts and application software built around them. Later in this course, you will see chapters on things like authorization in smart contracts or Ton Connect that allows communication between the wallet and the decentralized apps. We will also discuss nuances of communicating with decentralized apps and centralized apps, and how to build auxiliary features for each of these entities.